What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to E3 coverage on my channel. My name's Blaze. Thanks for tuning in and hanging out today. Right now, it's Ubisoft is next up on the list of games, game developers to present their content at E3. So far, I've been watching like Ubisoft's like pre-E3 like hype, their hype event, and they're doing such a really great job of like. I have to say, I'm really impressed with Ubisoft, like being positive in the community and actually having a community outreach program and bringing people to E3 and stuff like that. Like, it was really cool to see them, bring people out, just for like being positive influences in their community and playing their games and stuff. So I thought that was really cool. But we've got everything starting up real soon, and I know that. Ubisoft traditionally has a few staples in their catalog of games. I'm fully expecting to see Assassin's Creed. I think there's a new one coming out. I don't remember what the era was, but I guess we might see that pretty soon. There's also Splinter Cell is one that we haven't seen in a while, so maybe there'll be another Splinter Cell game. I did see Splinter Cell. I played Splinter Cell Conviction and I was really impressed. I didn't play the games after that, but I think Splinter Cell has got a pretty good chance of making it back to E3 this year. So we're only about 5 minutes out. I know they're still doing their E3 hype, their hype train. Their E3 press event is going on. They've got people out and about, kind of like talking and playing and stuff. So they're talking about bringing people in to their VIP events and stuff. So I am. I'm not sure how I'd fit in with all that, but we'll leave it off screen for now. But I do want to talk about Ubisoft as a company. I've always kind of liked Ubisoft. I always thought they did a really good job presenting their games and building hype for their games. And their games have never really been terrible games. Maybe a couple of misses here and there, but they're generally pretty good about getting games out and just being cool. To the fans and to the people who play their games in general. I remember going to a couple of conferences in the past, and they had this guy that used to come up on stage and just be like super positive and super like caffeinated all the time. And I remember that dude. I haven't seen him on the presentation yet. Maybe we'll see him later if he's still there. But he was a cool person, just to kind of set the tone for what's coming out in the future. But I know that we're gonna see probably Just Dance and Rabbids and all the games that you'd expect from Ubisoft, I think. But I really am excited to see what they have to offer, especially after seeing the positive vibes come from inviting people out to E3. And these people have a chance to win a golden ticket to get to Ubisoft's front line quickly. So. Pretty excited for that. Starliet's back. Welcome, Starliet. Glad to see you. It's been a while. I know you were here for the Square Enix stream, and I'm sure you'll be back tonight for the Sony stream as well. But I am excited to see what Ubisoft has to offer and what kind of games they're going to be announcing. Of course, Assassin's Creed, I think, is going to be out. Of course, I would guess Splinter Cell, probably a Rainbow Six, probably some games I'm not interested in, but I think there'll be a few that I am. And I think Ubisoft actually did. I think they did Rocksmith. I can't remember if they did or not, but I think they did. But I am excited to see what they put out. So they've been consistently good about putting out a large number of games and about being supportive to the community. So I think that's pretty cool. I do like. I don't like that they actually do. They kind of keep Nintendo off their radar. That's my only complaint about Ubisoft, is they really don't give Nintendo the credit that it deserves. Although they do put a lot of games out on the 3DS, they just don't really bother with like the Wii U. So with the Switch being as popular as it is, I'm hoping that we get a lot of Switch games announcements, or at least at least some Switch games, put out there. So we'll see what Ubisoft has to offer, but we've got this stream today for Ubisoft. The next one I put out will be for Sony, because I want to see what Sony's doing, what they're up to. And then on Tuesday at 1 p.m. Eastern is the moment I've been waiting for a while, Nintendo's E3 press conference. And after which I will be doing the Splatoon World Champions and just kind of watching that and seeing how that goes. I want to see some high-level play on that and see what people are doing that I'm not doing or maybe that I could be doing. So that'll be cool. So Starlight, to answer your question, yes, I will be on the Splatoon Championships on Tuesday after the Nintendo presentation. So that'll be fun. I'm excited. But this dude just won a golden ticket to go to get like a VIP pass to Ubisoft's press events and everything. Looks like that whole area is clearing out to get ready for Ubisoft's event. So let me go ahead and I'm going to unmute this in a second once they start getting onto the stage and everything. But these guys did a really good job of presenting Ubisoft and actually being like excited and present, and they put on a really good show for the last like 45 minutes. So I'm super like impressed by those three. No one else has done that so far, so interesting. But here we go. Ubisoft press event. Can't even hear them. And it worked. Like their hype machine outside totally worked.
And online at home, we cannot wait to show you what we have today. And I can promise you, it's more interesting than a keychain. Oh. Too soon, maybe? Too soon? I don't know. I'm in the balcony. Are you guys ready?
They've got a full house too.
Yes.
Down on the main floor.
I love their stage. Like their stage is awesome.
All right, everybody. Everybody at home, are you ready? Yes. Yes. We're just gonna assume that they're
yes,
ready.
I'm ready.
Well, if you're ready for the biggest show in gaming, then let's start the show.
Let's do it.
She had those murderous rampage eyes. Much like Lara Croft. Alright, let's see what they got. This is the Division. Someone had mentioned Skull and Bones earlier too. I don't know what that is, but it might be cool. Here we go. What? Just Dance? It's a panda. Let's get Just Dance out of the way, though. I like, it's funny because I like Just Dance for all the colorful, just awkward clothing that they all wear when they're doing their demonstrations and stuff. Like, I think that's actually pretty cool. So we got some new songs for Just Dance. Probably a new Just Dance as well. Camila Cabello. I've recently discovered her and fallen in love with her music, so. Is this actually going on like outside of the conference, of the presentation on the stage? Are they gonna like storm in on the stage and be like, hey? Kind of. Ubisoft knows how to put on a good show, though. I remember when I went to a few conferences in the past. Like I remember they had like these very similar things. Ubisoft and WB had the best presentations. Just Dance 2019. I love the visuals on that screen. The colors and the bright whites. Just so well done, so attractive. I can't stop looking at that logo. It's probably going on a little bit too long though. So, still haven't seen gameplay yet. It's probably going to be the same as the other games, though, most likely. October. If that whole thing was live, that's awesome. What is that guy doing? The guy in the crowd was like just freaking out. I think this is the game somebody was talking about earlier. Let's take a look. This is what happens when we don't pay attention to climate change. Midwest America, 21-22.
Do you hear me?
Roger, Uma.
Half the crew is dead drunk in my sick bay after eating your miraculous space chili. Any thoughts?
Well, I have no idea what you mean. Our food is healthy. Invigorating.
Captain to crew. Dead monkey in the crow's nest. I repeat, monkey down.
I love that character.
Space chili strikes again.
Copy that, Captain.
It's wild
Hey,
hair.
Paige,
It's so cool.
Bet we could use your space chili to overclock our engines.
Negativo, mi amor. Only you can melt my circuits.
Keep laughing, fools. The key ingredient to good cooking is love.
What is this?
What? Engineering to officers, we are dead in the water. I repeat, main engines are cursed.
It looks really cool.
Come in. What have we got on the scanners?
Jack shit. Nada. Hey, wait. I see something. 3 o'clock starboard. It's massive. Get back here, Shani. Hold off!
Lock down the bacon. Give me auxiliary engines. Deploy shields and bring up out now.
I love the stylization of this. The mix of like humans and animal characters and the gritty like I just love the way it looks. The gritty environments. This game looks awesome. I want to see more what kind of game it is.
Jade.
What? Beyond Good and Evil 2. Alright, cool. I never played the first one, but maybe I should.
Thank you. Hi. Thank you. Hello, I'm Gabrielle Schrager, narrative director.
And I'm Guillaume Brunier, senior producer.
We are so happy to be back this year to share our progress on our space opera, Beyond Good and Evil 2, a game full of wonder, emotion, danger, and high-stakes drama. Last year, you all saw the enigmatic green-eyed Captain Dakini leading the legendary crew of the Gada on a quest to discover the location and the mystery behind a deep space artifact known as Moksha.
Huh.
But Dakini has since gone missing. Shani is now captain of the Gada, and she's leading a crew into the deep, unexplored space beyond System 3, when they come face to face with their nemesis.
Fans will have recognized a ferocious young Jade.
Wow.
And Paige is back as the incorrigible chief cook of the Gada. We've got two other officers, Uma, the holistic chief medic, and Callum, our chief engineer. And all of these legendary characters will be playing a major role in our prequel.
Today, we are proud to
It looks
represent our
cool,
growing
though.
production
Like, it really
team
does.
in Montpellier, Barcelona, Bordeaux, and Sofia. Thanks, everyone, for making it happen.
I definitely want to see more of this. Gameplay especially.
Thank you for them.
But I guess it'd probably be a little bit like the first one, so maybe I should try the first one.
In BGE2, you are a space pirate captain in a distant galaxy near the end of the 24th century. At this year's E3, we will be showcasing a new behind closed doors demo, offering a first look at our major location, the sacred city of Ganesha. Now, let's take a look at our first pre-alpha gameplay footage.
Pre-alpha gameplay footage. Let's do that. Yes, thank you.
Ganesha is a metropolis filled with sacred temples, beautiful gardens, and bustling shops. But it's also a darker underworld,
Are you gonna get it closer
rife
to
with dirty bars
Can you
and
like
dangerous
move
back
in
alleys.
just a little bit?
Our game is an action
I just wanna
adventure
get-
RPG
I just wanna see the
that
full
you can
screen.
play alone or with your friends in co-op. From the intimate interior of a hidden temple to the very edge of the galaxy, fight on the ground and in space at massively different scales. And all of this
Seamlessly. What you'll
Combat
be
looks
seeing at E3
good.
this year is only a very small part of a much larger open universe we are creating. A universe we are
Wow.
also building with our fans. Yeah, let's go.
With Beyond Good and Evil 2, we want our community to participate in a way that's never been done before through the Space Monkey program. We want our
That's
fans
cool.
and people all over the world to really be a part of creating the game. So today, we are issuing an open invitation for people all over the world to contribute their ideas, music, artworks, and create original content that players will experience as they explore the world of Beyond Good
It's
and Evil
actually
2.
really cool.
And there is literally a universe of ways for artists to express themselves, from giant frescoes to murals, street art, music, radio content, and much more.
To do this, we have partnered with a company at the forefront of community collaboration, Hit Record. And here, to tell us more, is their founder, Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
It's like really cool to bring the community into the game and to let them contribute to the game. That has never been done before. That's really cool.
Thank you. I love this theater. So thanks to you guys, thanks Guillaume, and thanks Gabrielle. It's really good to be here. I'm super excited to do this. For those of you who don't know, Hit Record is this thing that I've been making for a long, long time. It's really dear to me. And it's a place where people all over the world work together on short films or music or art, all kinds of projects. This is the first time we're making stuff that's gonna go into a video game.
Wow.
So it's a little bit different than other like creative platforms that you can find on the internet, because the point of Hit Record, it isn't just to post and promote stuff that you've made on your own. The point is to collaborate. So, like when
That's
we're
a really
making
cool
music
idea.
for Beyond Good and Evil 2, it's not just going to be a thing like a contest where people submit songs and then we pick one or two of them and we put them in the game. We're going to be really making the songs together. And the same goes for the visual assets that we'll be creating. So whether you're a writer, a musician, an illustrator, if
I mean, the
you're
game already
pro-level
looks
artist,
amazing.
or if
Like,
you're
just
just
looking
someone
at
who
the
really
screenshots
cares
behind him, that
about
looks
Beyond
so
Good and Evil
good.
and that world, and you love it and you want to be a part of it, there's going to be ways for you to contribute. Our first creative challenges are live. As of like now, someone's at my office pushing the button, like very nervous. You guys are doing great. And yeah, so come to our site, check out the Beyond Good and Evil 2 page at hitrecord.org, and that's it. Go do that shit. Thanks.
That's so fascinating. I want to know what comes out of that. That sounds like it'd be a really cool project. The game won't come out for a while, I don't think, but it sounds awesome.
Hit Record's approach to community collaboration is inspiring, and we're incredibly happy to be working with Joseph and his team. And we really can't wait to see what the community creates, so let's do it.
Me too.
We will be showcasing some of this content at our very first dedicated community event, the BG Fest, which will take place in Montpellier this fall. Thanks, everyone. Have a great E3.
Wow. That's actually, I'm impressed by that, by just that one game alone. I think I'm gonna have to play Beyond Good and Evil 1. That's gonna have to happen, I think.
What's up, everyone? My name is Justin Kruger, community developer on Rainbow Six Siege. And I'm here today
Rainbow
to talk
Six,
about our community that inspires
for
us,
those of you that are like
drives us
interested in
every
Rainbow
single
Six,
day.
that's
The
awesome.
Siege team back in Montreal has actually
I'm not
been
so much,
inspired by
but I think that
seeing
it's
all the
fine.
millions of people playing
I
our
think I
game
played
every single
one
day.
of them years ago, and it was
Over the
so
past 2.5
complicated.
years. We've actually
There were so many
absolutely
options and
loved
things you could do. I
seeing
just
our
couldn't get into
grow.
it.
And I'm excited to announce today that the Rainbow Six Siege community is now 35 million players.
Wow.
Yes. Thank you.
That's a lot of players.
I wish I could hug every single one of you, but I don't know if my arms are big enough to hug every single one of you. That would take a long time as well. As you can see,
It's kind of insulting to the bigger people in the crowd.
So does the game, and as you can see behind me, Team Rainbow has recruited the Italian GIS
I didn't mean it that way.
Maestro and Alibi. Actually, this image represents 10 seasons, 40 operators, and 19 maps that is all free in-game. And if you want to get to know all of these guys a little bit better, you can play Operation Parabellum, which is playable right now. And if you want to see them in action at the top of their game, tune into the Rainbow Six Siege Pro League, kicking off on June 18th at 5 p.m. Pacific time. The world's biggest esport teams
He's a rocker.
will be competing for 6 months of intense Rainbow Six
He's rocking
action.
back and forth when he
And
talks.
That's just one of the many ways to enjoy competitions for Rainbow Six. The sixth major is just around the corner and will be hosted in Paris this August. Our Pro League finals will then take us to Brazil in November. Yeah, Brazil.
He's a good
And then
speaker,
the
though.
Sixth
He's speaking very well.
Invitational will once again be the pinnacle of Rainbow Six, taking place in Montreal in February 2019. Yeah.
Lots of tournament stuff for Rainbow Six.
So,
Ubisoft did show off a
whether
bunch of
you're
like
a player
Rainbow Six
or just a
gameplay
fan of
earlier
esports,
on
there
their
really is no better time to
pre
get into
E3 like
Rainbow Six
hype
esports.
train outside.
And with the growth of the game, the community, and the esports team,
So there's a lot going
we
on with
wanted
Rainbow
to take
Six. It seems like it's a very
a
popular
moment to
community to be
reflect
involved
on
in.
Some of our most influential
35 million
players.
players is not.
Today, I'm excited to unveil a sneak peek at an
It's not a small
upcoming
number.
documentary that is focused on a few familiar faces who took their love for Siege to the next level. Without further ado, here's the first look at Another Mindset.
That is like the greatest injury to ever happen to me, only because it brought Siege to me.
Wow.
I've been doing this for what? Since year 1, season 1, right? And I failed, and then finally we started succeeding. Yeah. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to come back.
Eu recebi um sorriso, uma lágrima, uma emoção, um riso de umas pessoas que eu nunca vi na minha vida, que eram torcedores da BD.
It's so cool. They have these communities of people that just love
toda a sua emoção dentro do
watching.
jogo.
Nice little documentary. Cool. Let's see another game, though. Who is this? Ubisoft doesn't care, man. They just bring out everybody. Is this Trials? They just love making an entrance. They're so cool about it, though. Presentation skills on point. That girl's laughing so hard.
It's all about crashing with style and getting up again. Hello! I'm Antti Ilvessuo, Creative Director of Trials and also Prime Minister of Finland. Now I'm pleased to announce that Trials is back and it's bigger than ever.
Trials on the Xbox was really fun. I liked it a lot. It was ironically one of the more fun like side-scrolling like stunt games I ever played. If I ever played another one, I didn't play a better one. Trials was great. It's multiplayer. I wonder if that was in the last one or not. So these types of things actually are real. Like I've seen video of like competitions where people take motorbikes like this and actually like try to get up on top of other structures and buildings and stuff, and it's so weird to watch them. But the crashing is the best though. Like failure in this game is hilarious. But when you win, it's cool. I liked Trials. It was fun. Just tell me it's on the Switch.
Sorry about that. Trials Rising takes you around the world to iconic locations. You never ride alone and competition is everywhere. But competition is nothing without the players, and our community has always been pillar of Trials. In Trials Rising, we work with our players more than ever. To explain more, let me introduce Brad Hill, also known as Professor Fat Shady.
You made a mess. Well, thank you, Auntie, and hello, everyone.
Brad Hill.
See, OTHD down the front. I see you. I became a fan of Trials because it's challenging, but so rewarding when you overcome something difficult.
It is. It's totally rewarding.
But I soon realized that a number of players
when
struggled.
You try.
With the harder levels. So in 2013,
then you pull it
I
off.
created the University of Trials, a YouTube channel dedicated to mastering Trials writing. Now, before I go on, Ubisoft star players, I want you guys to make some big noise right now. All right. Well, 5 years ago, I was a star player just like them. But when Redlinks began work on Trials Rising, they approached me to design and create all of the tutorial content within the game.
Wow.
It has been an amazing experience for me. But I wasn't the only one involved. 20 community members, known as the Trials Elite, up there, have been involved in the development of this game for the last 2 years. Whether they were track builders, streamers, or speedrunners, each brought something special to help shape this game. Now, if you want to get involved,
that's pretty cool. Like I love how just like streaming a game or like being involved in the community
later this year
can get you like can get you a job at Ubisoft. It's so crazy.
Hey!
That's the dream.
We're not going to put a big coming soon up here. I think people are going to want to know the release date.
Yes. You're right. Trials Rising will release on February 2019 on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PC, and the first time ever also Nintendo Switch.
Yes, that's what's up.
If you are E3, come to our booth and we'll show what Trials is about. Crashing with style and getting up again. Let's get out.
Let's go.
Thank you.
That's cool. It's gonna be on Nintendo Switch. That's awesome. The first one was really fun though. I didn't play the second one, but this one looks awesome. Over a city? Helicopters? It's a theme park? What? Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. Oh man. Ow. No. I'm gonna stream this a lot actually. It looks so cool. This game is brutal. Straight up lava. It's so painful to watch it all, but it's so hilarious. I can't wait to play it. It looks awesome. Closed beta. It's so brutal. So the Division, I think that's what this is.
My name is Julian Garrity, and I'm the creative director on Tom Clancy's The Division 2.
Yeah. So I'm not sure how I feel about The Division. It looks like it'd be kind of fun. I just don't know.
On Black Friday, a strain of the smallpox virus was released on dollar bills in New York City. The infection and chaos spread across the nation. 7 months later, the virus has mostly burnt itself out, but America is tearing itself apart. Washington, D.C. is at the heart of this battle.
I mean, good job giving a terrorist a great plan to
civilians are trying to in their survival
destroy America.
Lies the seed for the rebirth of society.
The atmosphere seems good. Like, people are energized. I think Ubisoft does such a good job of getting people hyped so that when they're sitting there in their seats, they're actually excited for the announcements that are coming up. I think the last few presentations that I've seen, they didn't do that. And when Microsoft announced something, it was just like, okay, cool, let's move on. But they really didn't spend a lot of time hyping anybody up. So Ubisoft did. They went all out. And they have good personalities too. Like, I think that's the biggest thing, is that they don't have people that are boring. Their people are exciting. So I like the idea of this game. I think the storyline is actually kind of cool. That it's kind of post-apocalyptic in a way that sort of makes sense. The virus released on Black Friday on dollar bills. People dying, tearing themselves apart. Wow. What a B word. That's terrible. So the picture they painted here for this type of environment, for this type of world, is pretty grim.
Keep moving. I didn't do anything.
Some of you may believe the rules are unfair. That's too bad.
Quiet, you. I said no more talking.
The rules are not subject to negotiation.
Shut up.
Defy the rules, and there will be consequences.
Let's go. Come on.
Examples will be made.
Is this not The Division? This looks like The Division.
Keep still.
Sounds like it is. That's rough, though. 80% off on the Ubisoft store. Why is that gonna be so big? Help. For a paper airplane, that thing went so far. That was crazy how far that went. Okay. So I wonder, like, I think it's more about surviving in that world rather than trying to save it. It's pretty much over at that point.
At the last line of defense for those civilians and for the country. If you fail, history will be written by tyrants. If you succeed, history will remember the few brave heroes who fought to save a dying nation. This setting lays the groundwork for a compelling story-based campaign in which your actions have a clear impact on the lives of civilians. In The Division 2, Washington, D.C. must prepare for the greatest threat it has ever encountered. To face it, you and your fellow agents will need to bring your equipment.
It does look good, though. I mean, visually, it's very, very detailed in the environments, and I like it.
Once
It's very
agents
realistic.
reach the end of the main campaign, it's time to select a new progression path by picking a specialization. It starts with the choice of a signature weapon, powerful and unique weapons that complement the rest of your equipment. As you progress with your specializations, you will not only grow in power, but also unlock additional tools and abilities, including exclusive versions of skills. Specializations enable you to truly complete your own personal playstyle, but also to synergize with other players and take team play even further. Speaking of teamwork, I'm excited to announce that for the first time, 8 players will be able to partner up to face the ultimate endgame challenge. Raids are coming to the Division 2.
Raids, huh? Seems cool.
We learned a lot. We learned a lot from working on the first game. And with the Division 2, we're launching with plans for years of frequent major content updates. Today, we're ready to outline our plans for year 1. We will be launching 3 DLCs in the form of episodes. Each one will bring new story, new areas to explore, and new activities. And the best part, all of these episodes will be completely free for everyone.
That's pretty cool. Good job, Ubisoft. You shouldn't have to announce that they're going to be free, but I'm glad that you're not charging for them. That's awesome.
Where's my Division team? Stay tuned after the Ubisoft conference for an exclusive 30-minute deep dive into our playable E3 demo during our post-show. As you can see, they're getting ready right now, and they'll be playing right after the conference is done.
Wow.
Until then, remember, this is history's defining moment. Hope for the future lies in you, agents of the Division. Thank you.
So the game looks cool. I'm gonna give them that. The game looks awesome. And I think gameplay-wise, it looks really good too. So, oh my gosh, why do they have that up there? Go away. Yeah, they showed this off in the gameplay show yesterday. This scene of actual gameplay where they had to shoot this guy down and blow up. March 15th. It does look cool though. If I was into those kind of games still, I would probably definitely play it. I've since moved on. Now, Rabbids, we'll see what this is all about. Perhaps. Rayman?
Hi, I'm Xavier Manzanares, lead producer. And it's an honor to be back here 1 year after we announced for the first time and released the game. It was incredible. So, as a team, I just wanted to thank all of you for the support and all the feedbacks we receive. Thank you.
They got a band. So I love the way that the environment looks behind him. That's so cool, so colorful.
So we also started a year ago to work on a brand new adventure, and with a brand new hero as well, one that we cherish and we love, Donkey Kong. So for today, we wanted to celebrate the upcoming release of the Donkey Kong adventure.
They did Donkey Kong
and
in
what better with music than with
Mario
Grant
vs.
Kirkhope,
Rabbids.
our composer, and the band Critical Hits. So please enjoy. Thank you.
Yeah, so I guess Donkey Kong expansion's coming out soon, I think. Grant Kirkhope.
I'm so sorry, I did not know they had changed your entrance, so my
Changes
apologies.
every day, every second it changes.
He did. There was some dialogue there between a couple of people. They didn't turn their mics off. That's so funny. So Grant Kirkhope did all of the music for Banjo-Kazooie and for ukulele. So, Mario versus Rabbids? I think that's what it's called. Graphics look so good though. Like all the visuals on screen. I didn't play Mario vs. Rabbids, but I have heard that it's not bad. The girl with the guitar just really wants to just jam out, but it's not that kind of song. She's just ready to go. There we go. There's like a whole Donkey Kong Country theme to this downloadable content. That's cool. So I think this is like a strategy type game where you shoot weapons at each other from, you have to take cover and stuff like that. It's kind of like was it Tom Clancy's End War or something like that? Donkey Kong Adventure, available June 26th. We'll probably see that again at the Nintendo conference tomorrow, but in a different capacity, most likely. What's next, I wonder? I guess not going to talk about that game. They don't really need to, I guess, because Nintendo's probably going to talk about it again tomorrow, and then also, I mean, they showed off everything they want to show off, so. Could literally be anything.
Right?
Piracy is dead. Oh, I'll say that. Oh, pirates. Never mind. That's
It
fine.
was over. The old guard was wiped out. Those who kneeled were now at the gates of hell. They were killing us off, burning our seas from shore to shore. We thought there was no way the Empire could win this game. As fate would have it, the tide turned in our favor again. A new wind was at our backs, blowing us straight to heaven. In our new Eden, there was only one rule. First come, first serve. It was dog eat dog. We became kings, queens, lords, and masters of our own new worlds. Fortunes poured down on us. They had their empire. Now it was our turn. Enemies became friends. Friends became enemies. The best didn't trust anybody. The philosophy of the day was more and more.
So this sounds cool.
At the top of the food chain.
But I wonder what kind of game it's going to be.
We thought we were.
I think the one flaw in the trailers that we've seen so far during E3 have been they do a lot of like showing off stories and characters, but nothing about the type of game that we're looking at.
Hunting packs.
This could be a trading card game. We'd have no idea. Skull and Bones.
Of Skull and Bones, there are soulless empires. There are greedy trading companies, and of course, ruthless pirate games sailing the seas.
Cool.
But there are no heroes. Hello,
Are
my name
there
is Justin Farron,
guns?
creative
Are
director
there
at Ubisoft Singapore.
Swords?
And for the
What are
past
we
year,
doing?
my team and I have been anxiously awaiting this moment to invite you, our fans, to join the hunt here at E3 2018. Piracy is dead in the Caribbean. The Empire is crushing all those who oppose them. So your next big score? The Indian Ocean, home to the richest trade routes in the world, where merchant ships carry cargo worth over $10 billion a year. And you're gonna steal every last fucking coin.
Whoa, dude. Whoa.
First, you need a target. You pick up intel on a heavily guarded
Is this a,
frigate, fat with African diamonds meant for the Grand Mogul of India. That treasure will help you claw your way to the top.
Did they
To
take the
become
pirate
that no empire
the
can
pirate
take
game from
down.
Assassin's Creed and make it its own game?
Second, you must know your hunting ground. Our reactive and evolving world is reflected in what we call fortunes, presented to you by Taljeed, the fortune teller. Now, fortunes reveal changes in factions, weather, and the trade routes themselves. Today, Taljeed reveals favorable winds. That means more merchants to rob, but also more competition. And now I'm proud to share with you the essence of Skull and Bones, a shared world where every player encounter matters.
I thought he was going to say gameplay.
Will you fight or will you
So I
ally?
was wrong.
This is what we call the hunting grounds. All right, pirates, let's head to the hideout and have a great E3.
For the convoy starts here, in your hideout, deep within the Chagos Islands.
Alright, so you get a hideout.
This hidden pirate den provides everything you need for your next strike. From your shipyard, you choose the Black Horn for the upcoming battle. The strong winds will boost its speed, giving its battering ram a devastating punch.
So, what's it gonna be?
Next, choose the right crew and gear for the mission ahead. Demi cannons are slow loading, but deadly at short range. Rockets are blazing fast and deal powerful damage from
Okay,
every
so you
angle.
load up your ship with all kinds of like different
With
gear
everything loaded, let's head out.
that you unlock.
The winds are strong and the day is clear. That means more merchants.
I love the water. That
but also
water
more
looks
rival
amazing.
pirates out looking for a quick score. According to your intel, the convoy is sailing past a Portuguese fort, taking advantage of the strong winds.
There she is, with our loot!
That fort is too strong to simply sail past. Its cannons can blast you out of the water. You need to find a way to sneak by before the convoy slips away.
Exciting, Captain!
Fortunately, deception is another tool in the pirates' arsenal.
Let's fool these blackguards.
Disguised as a Portuguese merchant, you try to creep past the fort.
Captain, if we engage, they will see it through our guys.
Why was he whispering?
Portuguese merchant and escort!
This island provides perfect cover for a surprise attack. Plot the optimal course for an intercept. Rigging your sails for speed. You want to catch your victim off guard.
Doesn't look too bad. At least they're showing gameplay. I thought they were just gonna leave it at that one video trailer and be done with it. This actually looks kind of cool. Oh my gosh.
Show no mercy! What was theirs is now ours!
Legendary chest. I don't know. I mean, it might be kind of cool. It's not really my type of game. Though it does look awesome.
Warship sighted!
It's not really the type of game that I would find myself playing, but it does look good.
Your attack
Visually
was alerted
and
a powerful Portuguese warship. At the helm is a
strategically as well.
Commodore. Too tough to handle on your own. Even worse, you could lose your loot. You need help, and you need it fast.
That one's with us!
Other captains have answered your call. 4 against 1 should even the odds.
I just love the water. Like I could watch that water all day. That
Your
looks
side
so
forms
good.
a tight squadron using a coordinated battle plan. The enemy strikes first. The first ship goes down, breaking your formation.
I wonder how they changed their flag so quickly. Oh snap.
The Commodore turns his cannons on you. You brace for fire, absorbing the first blow. Your allies maneuver for position. The Royal Fortune acts as a tank, drawing the Commodore's fire. It unleashes its special ability, Siege Mode. Once anchored, it can fire its cannons without limits. The Jaeger slips into position with its powerful cannon. Its special ability delivers 8 shots in a single blast, increasing the odds for a critical hit. The Royal Fortune can't hold out much longer. It's up to you to land the killing blow.
Oh my gosh. Are we gonna ram it? What are you doing? Oh gosh.
The battle is won. But the glitter of gold can turn new allies into deadly enemies. For there is no honor among thieves.
It does look really good, though. I'm gonna be honest. Like the visuals and the gameplay does look good. So that's cool. Go away. There you go. Thank you.
To the digital space.
You're completely safe.
Transference.
Hello, everyone. My name is Elijah Wood, co-founder of SpectreVision. Though we're known for our film content, we're also avid gamers, and the opportunity to partner with Ubisoft was something we had to be a part of.
And my name is Benoit Richer, game director on Transference.
Transference VR.
Together, we combine the storytelling techniques of film with the interactivity of video games, enabling us to create this unique, deeply immersive world with a dark and unsettling narrative.
Have you ever dreamed of entering someone else's consciousness, exploring their darkest thoughts and most intimate secrets? With Transference, we're bringing a first-person exploration game into a chilling new dimension.
To escape, you must go hands-on to search for clues, solve puzzles while shifting between the perspectives of each family member, and attempt to piece together their mystery.
This fall, in VR and on traditional platforms, we welcome you to uncover the secrets hiding in this mind-bending psychological thriller that will leave you with haunting memories long after you put down the controller. This is Transference.
So I'm not a huge fan of VR. I think VR is probably going to be the future of video games, but I don't really want it to be. So I'm more of an old school person, I suppose.
Where's Mom?
You're gonna see her real soon, okay? Just hold still.
Don't believe his lies.
Okay, are you comfortable? I know this rig's a bit cumbersome, but that's always the way with these new prototypes, huh? And all you have to do is just be. I know things haven't been so great lately, okay? I do. I've been a lousy father, huh? I'm unable. Lousy husband, too.
You should go to sleep.
You've seen how rotten that's gotten, huh? But all that is gonna change. We're all gonna be together. All of our hard work, reverse the process. All of our sacrifices.
It sounds like every movie character that's ever gone crazy in every movie ever. Or that is already crazy and trying to stay sane.
Dad? Why are you doing this?
I love you, son. I love you with all of my heart.
He Cray. Escape a corrupted mind. I guess that's the whole point. I guess the whole point is for him to be Cray.
I have waited so long for this. We will sacrifice the world of Atlas to the harvest.
What are we waiting for? Let's get out there.
This is interesting.
Go show them what Starlink can do.
Did they say Starlink?
The Legion is growing.
There aren't enough of us. We need to find help from every planet in Atlas.
The more of us there are, the stronger each of us is.
Exactly.
You must feed my legion.
Oh, there are toys involved. Oh no.
Drax
I
isn't
don't
going
think
to
I like
stop
that.
until we end this.
I really think that they thought that was a good idea. I just don't think it's a good idea. I feel like they're like too late to the game on that. Starlink. that small group of people is like really excited.
Thank you. Hello everyone.
If
I'm
Disney
Laurent
couldn't make
Melville,
it work,
creative director on Starlink Battle
I think they're gonna
Flashes.
have a hard time making that work.
Last year revealed our modular starship innovation to the world and showed you how players could reconfigure it instantly to adapt to any challenge. This year, we're excited to show you what the depth of the open world that we've built and put the game directly into your hands. We're going to take you on a journey 400 light years away from Earth to the Atlas star system. Discover exotic planets, meet fascinating local factions, and forge your alliance. Upgrade your pilots, starships, and gear, and unleash devastating combos to save Atlas from the relentless Forgotten Legion. The mission will not be easy. Atlas is a dangerous place, and our heroes will need all the help they can get.
I think the game looks good, like as far as the visuals. I think it looks very gorgeous. And I think the story sounds kind of cool too. Trying to save the universe from the bad guys who are harvesting planets.
Could use a little help here.
It's a space odyssey.
Can you hear me?
Which is cool. I think this game would be so much better without toys though. And I have a hard, I don't know. I'm gonna have a hard time getting behind a game that encourages you to buy toys like Disney Infinity. Oh, what?
Let's rock and roll, boys.
This is not that game. What is this? This is the Star Fox racing game? Did not expect that at all. What is this?
Hello. Hello. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. It is an honor to welcome
still
Star
Starlink.
Fox in Starlink Battle for Atlas.
Okay.
Isn't it, Laurent?
It's amazing. Ever since I started working on Starlink, I wanted to invite Fox and his crew into the game. And Star Fox on Super Nintendo was the first 3D game
Okay,
I've
well,
ever played. and
if
I'll
they
never
get
forget
Nintendo
that.
involved.
And so for me, this moment is a dream come true.
And this dream
They might actually be onto
was
something.
only made possible thanks to our long relationship with Nintendo. We can't wait to play Fox on the Nintendo Switch. I would like to give a special thanks to a dear friend with us in the audience today. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Miyamoto.
Wow. Legendary. All right. They've done something great
How
here.
are you?
So the reason Nintendo changes everything is because Nintendo has this long history of collectibles and people wanting collectibles. And if you have like Amiibo is a great example of how
I know
collectibles
you were
with Nintendo
coming
have
today,
worked so well.
I came with a gift. You know, it's the first prototype
Oh wow.
of the vessel that we such saw. Do you like it? Super. So thank you very much. So it is actually a vessel that has been created by the team, and they would be so happy to see you backstage. So let's go and join them. Thank you.
Wow. You know, I would love a continued, thriving, ongoing partnership with Nintendo and Ubisoft. I think that'd be really cool. I did not expect Star Fox to show up in this game.
Thank you, Eve. For everyone at E3,
but
please be sure to come by the Ubisoft booth where we'll
I
have
think
a
that if
full
Nintendo's involved in
hands-on
this
demo for
game
you
and
to
they
try.
release characters,
For everyone else,
Nintendo
Starlink
characters,
will
this
launch
game
on
will succeed.
all consoles on October 16th with Star Fox as an exclusive Nintendo Switch experience.
Wow. Without Nintendo, I don't think it would work.
Thank you.
But it does look
Thank
great.
you.
The game does look really good.
Thank you so much. Check out starlinkgame.com to pre-order the game right after the conference. Thank you so much for being here today, and have a great E3.
Hey, that was a game changer. Like, saying that Star Fox would be in the Nintendo Switch version, that was a game changer for that. That's crazy. Wow. For Honor.
Streamers, cosplayers.
I imagine the
artists,
Nintendo press conference will be a lot more of like,
organizers,
what?
and all
Moments.
of our players. You
Like that
are
one.
For honor. Indeed. Hello, I'm Roman Campo Soyola, Creative Director. Whether it be upgraded stability with the dedicated servers, release of heroes, constant balancing and new training tools, we would not be here without your passion and commitment.
I'm not sure what For Honor
You've helped
is.
us
I might
enrich
just
the
be
experience. Thank you.
oblivious. Sounds like there's
But
some fans out there.
actions
Though.
speak louder than words, right? In celebration of E3, we are inviting new players to join. So, if you haven't played For Honor yet, now is your chance. Starting today and until next Monday, we are giving away the PC Starter Edition on Uplay. Download it this week on PC, and it's yours for free. So come, join the fight with us.
Is it like, it looks like it's a,
But that's not all.
I don't know what kind of game it
Building
is.
on everything that we've learned, we are now ready to expand our world.
Expansion, huh? Yeah, I was thinking a game kind of like this. A medieval, like, sword and shield type game. Yeah, you did. No? Mr. Miyamoto's adorable. He is, too. He really is. Such an iconic developer in the whole gaming world. Like, he's done so much. He's had so much influence over video games and how we play and what we do. He's had some missteps with Star Fox Adventures and a couple other games, but he's had so much influence. I can only imagine what would happen if he ever passed away. Like, it would be nuts. But let's hope that never happens, because he's a legendary, iconic person. He's already done so much. It looks almost like Dynasty Warriors, but not quite. Why'd a man gotta kill the girl? What up with that? Why'd a girl gotta get killed by a man? New heroes and more.
After the great cataclysm that brought knights, Vikings, and samurai to fight, civil war consumed China.
He took his shirt off.
The Wulin factions
He's wearing a different
fought
shirt
each
right now.
other, but failed to establish order. Amid the chaos, 4 warriors of the Wulin now march west. With a new faction, 4 new fighters, visual enhancements, and single-player content yet to be revealed, the Marching Fire update is our biggest and most ambitious addition so far. But this update would not be complete without answering a huge request from our community.
Huge.
A new 4v4 multiplayer mode fulfilling the classic medieval fantasy. You know what it is? The Castle Siege. So please, allow me to introduce you to this new mode, Breach.
I want to see gameplay, because I don't know what For Honor is. It's cool if there's going to be expansion content, but I have no idea. It looks like it might be a strategy game. Position tanks or position catapults here and there. Move battering rams. Position your army. But it looks like there also might be combat involved too. Oh my gosh, that was brutal. Oh. This game is bloody. Like violent. Marching Fire. Cool. For those of you who like For Honor, that's what's up. Crew 2.
Hi everyone, I'm Delphine Dosset, brand director on The Crew 2. In just a few days, freedom will be yours. Freedom to get your hands on your dream car, bike, boat or plane and unleash your passion for motorsports all across the United States. The Crew 2 releases on June 29th and we are very happy to announce that the open beta will be available on PlayStation 4, Xbox One and PC on June 21st. But there's more. You can preload the open beta right now, so you'll be ready to hit the road as soon as it starts. From all of us
I remember
at Ivory
hearing about
Tower,
Crew 2 a little while
welcome
ago.
to the Crew 2.
And it looks cool. I'm trying to remember the details of the Crew. I remember when the game was first announced, the original one. I just don't remember anything about it. Tonight, yeah, I will not be streaming the opening rounds of the tournament tonight. I'll stream it tomorrow for sure. I might watch it, but I won't be streaming it because I think it's going to interfere with the Sony presentation at 9. I don't want to miss that. Rondom, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for stopping by. We saw, I think one of the bigger highlights so far was Starlink, which I thought was going to be a misfire for Ubisoft, but then they talked about, they revealed a special character to be in the game, and I thought, okay, it's actually going to be pretty cool. So, once this is all over, check out the video for Starlink, and you'll see what I mean. But Ubisoft's really good about keeping things hype. They're doing a really good job. And this game looks cool as far as customization and stuff. Or at least as far as the amount of vehicles in the game. I just don't know. I forget what the game is about. Like how you play it. Like I feel like it's almost like Forza Horizon, but I can't remember.
How can a child save us all? If he's sentenced to die.
Huh.
Tell me, Nikolaos. Tell me
Is
before you
this
let our son go.
Assassin's Creed, I think.
Where we begin does not define
No.
who we will become.
Not Assassin's Creed. Guess it could be still.
Before you,
I thought it was supposed to be in Rome.
I see a path.
So yeah, Nintendo's E3 press conference is tomorrow at noon.
By friendship,
Noon Eastern.
and family.
I will be online, streaming that live. And it's supposed to have a ton of Smash. Maybe not a ton, but it's supposed to have a lot of Smash info. So stay tuned for that. Tomorrow at noon.
Sent by the gods to protect this world.
But a bunch of other stuff too.
You carry the blade of Leonidas. Act like it. As you write your Odyssey across the mountains and the seas, remember the fate of Greece.
You know, I may jump online
journeys
for that,
with you.
for the Splatoon World Championships, the opening ones. The Sony presentation is at 9 o'clock, so they might be wrapped up by then. Okay, it is Assassin's Creed. All right. I was thinking it was Assassin's Creed because I'd seen a video for it a little while ago, and it looks like it just looks different than a normal Assassin's Creed game, but it does look amazing.
Thank you.
Visually, and the environments look so detailed and so well done. Super realistic. I love it.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey is more than just an adventure. It truly is.
But I could probably jump online for a couple hours and watch the Splatoon thing. So stay tuned. I'll tweet about it. Let you know.
One of the most iconic and influential.
I am pumped for
settings
Nintendo
in
though.
human history.
So
ancient Greece. The golden
Greece,
age of
not
Athens
Rome.
saw
Greece.
the rise of democracy. Modern
I guess that is
medicine,
Rome. I don't know.
Revolutionary art.
My geography's
and Western
bad.
philosophy. But it was also a time of war. A devastating conflict between Sparta and Athens. The Peloponnesian War divided the Greek world and changed the course of history. In this world of contrast and opportunity, this land shaped by
Look at
the
that
gods
dude's goosebumps.
rages
That's
a battle
crazy.
between order and chaos.
Like
This
somebody rendered
is
bumps
where
on his
your
arm.
adventure begins. You, a simple mercenary, an outcast, to
That's
take
nuts.
on an incredible quest to save your loved ones and become the legendary Greek hero Greece desperately needs. Our teams in Quebec and from around the world
have spent the last 3 years putting all their energy, passion, and dedication into this project. We have continued to transform Assassin's Creed into an epic RPG experience. An RPG in which you will not just play an Odyssey, but your Odyssey.
So I like the idea of Assassin's Creed. I've always kind of liked the idea of Assassin's Creed, but I never really got into the games.
At the start of the game is to choose your character.
Oh, wow. Is that a girl character? What?
Alexios or Cassandra.
What? For the second time they've had a girl character?
For the entire game. You share the bloodline of a legendary Spartan hero.
I think the first one was it was a Vita game, I think. You played as a girl the whole time. But that's cool. I think they, you know what, to be totally honest though, I feel like they should have just gone ahead and made a girl character instead of having the choice.
My father's spear holds a certain burden, but you're ready. Think of Leonidas. He had great courage, and he made a great sacrifice. You share in his blood and the strength he possessed.
The broken spear of Leonidas gives you access to powerful ranged, combat, and stealth abilities that you can unleash on your enemies.
Ouch. That looks gorgeous. Ow. It's kind of headache you won't come back from.
And for the first time, we have deeply changed the way we tell stories in Assassin's Creed. You can now truly interact with history like never before.
Perhaps when I was thinner, both in weight and philosophy. So, tell me, were you able to resolve the situation without bloodshed?
The rebel had guards. I relieved them.
Interesting. You thought the life of a thief and a murderer was worth more than that of soldiers doing their duty.
I wasn't even thinking about him, to be honest.
And what of the rebel?
He should be halfway to Mykonos by now.
Oh, really? You let that lunatic run loose? Are you sure that was wise?
I'm not sure approaching you was wise.
Our choices are like ripples on water. They seem tiny and insignificant in the beginning, but they can become devastating tidal waves by the time they run their course.
That's cool. They make you feel bad about your decisions. But at the end of the day, it's a video game, so I just kill everybody.
Here's a full gameplay sequence of Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Thank you.
Everybody's got to die at the end of the day. Edited for time. Get out of there. Why do they put those there? God, it looks so good. I don't think it's saved. Uh-oh. Oh, she gets a hawk.
Such a beautiful island.
Too bad everybody has to die.
Mykonos Island, built from the corpses of giants slain by the legendary Iraklis.
Read me the note again.
Eagle-bearing Mystios. That's you. We are a small but fierce group of rebels who'd pay you handsomely to help us overthrow our Athenian oppressors. A warrior named Diocles fights with them. None who face him
The
survive.
character models look amazing.
Please, Mystios. Our people are dying. Signed, Kira.
I'm having a really hard time differentiating between like whether or not that's a game or reality.
What did your informant tell you?
Word has already spread of you sinking those ships. There's a price on your head.
Whew, that didn't take long.
There's also word of Spartans landing on Mykonos.
So, I'm here to find Kira, who wants me to
Best
kill Diocles.
Blaze's
An
best
Athenian ally.
anime
Who's
protagonist.
at war with Sparta?
And don't forget the bounty.
Business as usual then.
I don't really do anything though. I just kind of hang out.
Gods protect you, Cassandra.
Thanks, Varnavas. But they'll be too busy protecting Diocles from me.
We've been spotted. Go! I'll handle this.
Fight them for all you're worth!
When did games get so beautiful? I feel like I'm sounding like a broken record too. Like I really love the way that most of these games are visually presented. Like they look really good. In fact, this like horseback riding sequence looks cool too. Like I know that they've been careful to make sure that nothing crazy happens on this presentation, but I mean even in like Breath of the Wild, the horseback sections were cool, but I always got hit by stuff or stopped. Like my horse just stopped running for no reason. So, oh god. I'm impressed by the horseback on that. That was cool. Just because Breath of the Wild wasn't that great. It wasn't as great as it was supposed to be.
You can't defeat me!
Combat's good too. Like this game looks awesome.
You really should have left me alone.
Wow. You know, I really like that she is a female character in a time where swords and shields are like a very popular form of combat, and they don't have her armor as like scantily clad or like revealing or anything like that. I really hope that they stick with that and that the best armor in the game just doesn't have it covers everything. That's all I hope. I'm just really tired of like the best armor in the game having these like midriff sections like totally exposed.
Varnavas was right. Spartans have made themselves
I get really tired of the exploitation, I think. So I'm hoping that they stick with this theme of having everything covered and they don't try to like
I'm looking for Kira.
exploit her
What do you want with her?
as a character to draw in people.
The mercenary who bears the eagle of Zeus. You got my message.
It said something about paying me handsomely.
Huh. Mercenaries.
Athenians have enslaved our people for too long. Help us free Mykonos from their grasp, and you'll have more drachmi than you can carry.
I'm here to kill Diocles, not go to war.
Which is why I sent word of our rebellion to you and Sparta.
My men are ferocious in a ground assault, but we're outnumbered.
And Diocles fights with the fury of Ares.
Join us in battle. If you're half the warrior Kira says you are, we'll grind these Athenians into dust.
Why is that dude's hair
All right,
braided?
Spartan. I'll fight with you. But Diocles
He's got
is
like
mine.
long hair
To battle then.
and it goes like around his head and then comes into a knot in the back and then drops down. It's the weirdest hairstyle I've seen for a man. Wow. That guy's got a couple of drumsticks. I'm gonna beat you like a drum. Here it comes. He's gonna say it. Oh gosh. He didn't say it. It's clobbering time. But they wasted a moment there. They could have had something special.
Your life ends today.
Oh. Oh. Was that a... Was that in the... They hit him in the junk? Ah, that sucks. I feel like men have a huge weakness. Like, as strong as we can be, we've got one major weakness. That looks awesome, though. I'm actually very curious to see where they take that. That looks really good. I wish I had more time to play it. I'm not going to be able to. But it does look amazing. I'm actually kind of hoping it comes out on the Switch. Even though I may not get it, I want it to be on the Switch. I want it to be an option. I don't like that games are going for realism, but it is amazing.
Hi
That's what
everyone,
Random said.
and thank you for joining us. And thanks to everyone watching from home. To our teams, it's an honor to work with some of the best in the world. Congratulations on a great show.
Yeah, that was cool. Why is that guy looking at his phone? Put your phone away, you're on stage.
I am good.
Oh, it's not a phone. It's a camera, probably.
I am an optimistic guy, and I am particularly excited about the future of technology and the positive role games will play in shaping our society. To create these games, we need to work even
I shouldn't
more
be really mad.
openly with you,
There's no reason
the
for me to be
gamers.
mad at that. But
Because we know when we do that
I think he is a
together,
streamer too, so I think he's probably getting it for his
everything
channel.
gets better.
That's cool.
So have a great history. Thank you very much.
I thought he was just texting. I was mad because I thought he was texting. So that's cool. That's the whole presentation for Ubisoft. I think they're going to go into some deep dives for some of the games they announced. I'm not going to stick around for all of that.
Welcome to the post show. As promised,
They got the
that was
post
an
show.
amazing conference,
We are going
but
to
we're not wasting any time. We're jumping right
stop
into
that.
it.
But yeah, so that's Ubisoft. That is their presentation. I think some of the highlights of their show, they had a couple of great things that I didn't expect, and some things that kind of surprised me and things I probably need to go back and check out again. But they did talk about, I think the first thing that they showed off that was actually kind of cool was Beyond Good and Evil 2. They showed that off, and I was I was thoroughly impressed just by the video. As far as like the world building that they've done with that game, I think it looks really cool, and the different characters, they all look so awesome. So I feel like I need to go back and play Beyond Good and Evil and see if it's something that I would enjoy. They didn't show gameplay for Beyond Good and Evil 2, but I'm imagining it to be probably very similar to Beyond Good and Evil 1. I think they showed a couple of things, but not much. So it didn't really give me a good idea of what I can expect from that. The second thing that was kind of surprising was the announcement of Starlink. And I gotta say, I was very reserved when it came to that announcement initially, thinking that another game that uses toys as an accessory will likely not do very well, just because Disney Infinity tried it and it didn't do very well. Nintendo is only successful because those characters are so iconic and people buy toys because they're collectibles. And Nintendo's even stated themselves that they want people to use Amiibo in their video games, but people are just collecting them, and they need to find a better way to utilize Amiibo. But when Starlink had revealed that Star Fox will be in the game as a playable character with his own Starlink ship, that was pretty impressive. It's something that if they do that with a few other franchises, they could even put Wolf in the game or even expand that out a little bit more. They're probably going to be more successful on the Switch because of that than they will on other consoles. And truth be told, I mean, I'm probably going to buy the Star Fox plane or the Star Fox aircraft or whatever it is, even if I don't buy the game. But the game visually looked okay. It looked really good actually, and I think that I think they might have something if they incorporate Nintendo products into it. So we'll see how that goes. They could do something with Metroid too and have some kind of a Metroid Samus incorporation. So you know, who knows where that's going to end up, but I think that's a step in the right direction for that game. And then Assassin's Creed is also another highlight of that presentation. I think they did a really good job of showing off Assassin's Creed. And Assassin's Creed has gotten gradually better as time goes on. Anyway, the first Assassin's Creed, I wasn't in love with it. I only played one of them, and only played it for the online. And it was cool. It was a cool game, but I didn't fall in love with it. The last one that came out looked really good, and I thought about playing it in Ancient Egypt, and then this one actually looks a lot better. And I think the fact that you can play as a girl or a boy is a step in the right direction, but I'm not sure why they had to include a boy at all. I think that just having a girl character is not a bad thing, and I think that, you know, I think giving people the option is fine, but, you know, if you want to tell your story and you want to tell a story with the main character as being a girl, then do it. Tell your story as the main character being a girl, and I think that's good. I think that's good for women and good for people in general to see that, you know, girls can be awesome too. So I don't, you know, I think going back to the presentation earlier with Square Enix and Tomb Raider, you know, I don't want a girl character to be a Mary Sue and be super, you know, super OP all the time. You know, I want her to have weaknesses. I want her to get hurt, you know, the same way a man would. But I think that the representation should still be out there, and I think that that's a step in the right direction. But, you know, I kind of wish that they'd only done a girl character and not given you the choice. But that's just me. It's a personal preference, and you can disagree if you'd like. It's no problem. But I was impressed by the way the game looked and the way the game seemed to play. It looked like it was running really well, and I think that it's going to be awesome when it does come out. Aside from that, those are probably the most memorable highlights of the show. The pirate game looks kind of cool too, but it's a game that I likely will not be picking up or playing, but it does look neat. But overall, I was impressed by Ubisoft at the way that they presented their games. I think that they did a really good job of presenting their games well. I think part of that was that they invited gamers to be a part of the crowd, and I think that's such a good thing. Where I'm not sure how many other companies did that, and if you look back at, I want to say Microsoft, they probably only had their doors open to press, and you know, when you have press that's there to report on things and there to document, you know, everything that's going on, you're not going to get a lot of applause from them. But if you invite streamers and gamers and people in the community who play your games, those people are going to be excited. And if you're looking for applause, if you're looking for laughter, if you're looking to present something in a way that encourages people to be excited about it, then you have to have people that play the game there. So they did a really good job of being exciting, of being funny, and being a presence in the community. I think that the videos they showed off really showcase how present in their community that they are, and that's awesome. So props to Ubisoft for having that interactivity, and I'm looking forward to some of those games that are coming out. I think I'm definitely going to check out Starlink, and I need to go back and play Beyond Good and Evil to see if I'm going to like that too, to see if I'm going to like the second one. But Ubisoft, excellent work on the presentation. I'm excited. I'm as excited as you made me. I'm as excited. Like, you put a lot of work into getting people excited, and I'm that excited. So good job to Ubisoft. The next presentation is going to be Sony's tonight at 9 p.m. I'm going to take a little bit of a break, and I will probably be on for the Splatoon World Championships. I do want to see some of those matches and see how those go. I want to see what some of the high-level players are doing, because I don't get a chance to see that very often. So I'd like to jump in on that. So I'm not going to be on for the full like World Championships or whatever, but I am going to be on for a little while to kind of watch that. So feel free to join me for that if you'd like. I will be here probably eating popcorn or something, just to kind of hang out there. But then 9 p.m. tonight Eastern time will be the Sony presentation. Be here for that. I'm really excited for Sony to see what they have to offer. Of course, tomorrow at noon Eastern is Nintendo's presentation, which I will be here for that, no matter what, and that's going to be super cool. And then they have the Splatoon 2 World Championships, so I'll be here to cover that as well. So definitely check me out. Follow me on Twitter if you want to know when I'm going to be online. I will post some updates. But also check out my channel and be sure that you don't miss anything. But I probably won't be on any more than I've said I will. So in about an hour or two for the Splatoon World Championships, 9 p.m. Eastern for Sony, noon Eastern tomorrow for Nintendo, and following that, the Splatoon World Championships. And then, of course, I have my normal stream schedule on Tuesday for Splatoon 2, so check me out there too. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Thanks, guys, for hanging out with me for the Ubisoft presentation. I'd love to see you on the next one tonight at 9 for Sony and for Splatoon as well. But take care of yourselves. Have a great E3. I will be back soon, and I'll catch you on the flippity flip.